What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another chaotic podcast. Fuck, I don't care. We fucked up before, I'll fuck up now. There's Chaos, there's me. We're going to talk about random fucking things from tier lists and whatever we come to mind. Anyways.
Please clap.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like welcome to my world. I sometimes, this is what it feels like whenever you do like Let's Play and you accidentally realize you didn't record anything.
You recorded maybe 30 minutes.
And you've been playing for over an hour and then you realize you never recorded anything.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to become one of the Persona characters, put a gun to my head.
What, the last thing that you hear before you die, it just comes up? Yep.
Yeah. I would welcome that. That'd be fun. I get to I get the cute shark girl, to guide me to heaven.
The letter of the day is
Did you do any research on any of the VTubers after we talked about it on the last?
I know of Guargara. I already.
Probably just because of the controversy.
I know about VTubers. I know somewhat about them, but I only go after the ones that people actually talk about.
Actually, speaking of VTubers and controversy, there was another controversy with the VTubers just recently. So, Kiryu Coco and I think the other one was Hato. They had a stream where they mentioned, because they mentioned Taiwan.
Yeah, I've seen that.
China got all pissy and they got banned. They got suspended. So people were really fucking pissed at what was the company? I guess HoloLive or Creation or whatever the company is. Because they bent over to China and just suspended them because China got pissed. Apparently, so. Yeah, that's apparently the most recent controversy, which is, I will say, is bullshit. That pretty much just because they mentioned they get more viewers in Taiwan, I think, than China. So China got mad, basically. It's the gist of it.
Jesus. What else? What else can China do to make getting rid of VTubers?
Well, aside from human rights atrocities.
Jesus. They could.
Actually, I'm pretty sure just me mentioning this it might get me in trouble, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm a small channel, nobody cares. So let's cross our fingers and hope China doesn't come after us next.
Taiwan. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Okay, so before I realized I wasn't recording, we were talking about
BuzzFeed.
Horror and Halloween and topics we were thinking of for the Halloween podcast or the horror podcast.
Yeah, we were just because I mentioned at a point in this the failed take of it. I couldn't think of anything for horror things, so I just decided to make it about two podcasts probably. But I didn't.
Yeah, I mean that's a good idea. So maybe one for horror movies and one for horror
or just one.
I mean, we could just make one that's about everything because
and then
we could do that,
and then talk about other media film, music, and also personal experiences.
Yeah, the ghosts, the haunted houses that are totally real.
How I fucking went to a house and said, "What's up, spirits? It's your boy."
I know we were talking about that BuzzFeed does their own version of Ghost Hunters where they have soy boys visit haunted houses, but apparently, did you know that the Irate Gamer at one point also did a Ghost Hunters ripoff?
Just Jesus.
The Irate Gamer went into tried to rip off the Ghost Hunters.
What else has he not ripped off?
That's a good question. But yeah, so pretty much this is pretty much a filler episode aside from the last episode we did, which was the Weebcast, and the episode we're going to do after this, which is the horror podcast. This is pretty much filler episode. where we talk about some random stuff and also do tier lists, which I don't really do a lot of, and I don't really. I mean, it'll be interesting, but yeah, I couldn't really think of anything I could do a tier list for. But Levy had some interesting ideas.
Yeah, I did, but I think like before we got into like tier lists, I tried to think of topics, and I came up with like maybe 2 written down and thought of 3 more.
I think that's fine. I mean, because I can't really think of any.
So, Chaos, how...
I mean, the only other thing I maybe could do one for is, like, because I'm thinking of, like, different franchises. Like, maybe the James Bond franchise or something, because, like, I've seen most of them.
You know what? I will do just that one.
Or maybe, like, Friday the 13th. Well, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. You know what? Considering we're in the month of October, I mean, this isn't really a horror podcast, but we could do some like different horror movie franchises.
Well, there is a tier list for fucking James Bond.
What about Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street?
No, I'm just gonna look up horror movies in general. There's horror icons. Yeah, I think this. Well, and then again, no, because we don't. Some people wouldn't even know who the fuck these are.
What were they?
I don't know. Oh dear, fucking lord!
What?
There's 2 of them. There's horror villains tier list and horror icons. You see the fucking plan from Little Shop of Horrors, Frankenstein, Pennywise. It's like,
yeah, that. Only one I'm familiar with is Pennywise. I know of Little Shop of Horrors, but I haven't seen it.
Jesus Christ. There's also one for horror games, and okay.
Freddy Fazbear's on the top.
Okay. First of fucking all, how is fucking Rain World a horror game?
What's Rain World?
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up too. It's a survival game. Okay, Rain World, a survival platformer video game.
Sounds like horror to me.
But it's not, though. That's the fucking weird thing about it. The fuck? What is... There's like a lot of games on here that aren't really horror games.
Sounds like we need to improve that list.
Yeah. They put the Zero Escape series on there.
That's not horror. That's like Danganronpa, sort of, right? Like it's like a mystery.
Yeah, but I'm not this list. Not doing that at all. Anyways, I think we should talk about other things first. Like, let's talk about the meme becoming a reality.
Oh, the new Smash characters.
Yeah, they brought in fucking Steve.
They brought in Steve, and they're gonna bring in Hank.
Hank Hill. He brings the propane.
So wait, who's Steve?
Minecraft.
What? Oh,
yeah, because there's like so many people are making memes saying that they're gonna bring in Steve from Minecraft into Smash, and look what happens, internet, when you do this shit.
Why is there there's so many different characters in Minecraft?
No. Here's the thing, though. They
Smash.
Put in Steve, Alex, the female Minecrafter, a fucking zombie, and an Enderman. I'm just looking at this going, why? Why do this?
Yeah, it's just a joke at this point, like how many of these guest characters there are in Smash. Like, we got Joker from Persona, and we have fucking Minecraft characters. What else? Like, there's so many different characters, like the Fire Emblem characters.
What do they bring in to Smash? Like, are you talking about like the DLC ones?
Well, yeah, like all these different guest characters they keep.
They brought in Joker, the hero from Dragon Quest.
Oh, forgot.
Banjo Kazooie, the one character trio or duo that they actually wanted in Smash.
But then everybody else is just like, why is this
Yeah,
character?
no, they got Terry from Final Fight or something. King of Fighters, I think it was. I forget what it was. Fatal Fury. Yeah. And then they brought in Byleth from fucking Fire Emblem Three Houses, which people were kind of like iffy / mad about.
Yeah, I remember people were kind of upset about that.
Yeah, like whenever I first saw that trailer, I was like, I'm kind of disappointed. The trailer was very boring.
Honestly, I don't really have much investment in Smash, considering I don't really play the game, so I don't really have much opinion on these. Levy probably would be able to talk more about this.
Well, I do, because they took a good character and made him to a fucking Mii costume. They brought in Travis Touchdown for No More Heroes and made him to a fucking costume.
Yeah, that was weird. I thought... So he's not a guest character, he's a costume.
Yeah, which I'm just looking at that.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's one thing I will say, though. If they make Dante into a fucking Mii costume, how many people would lose their fucking shit about that? In a bad way.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would get angry about that. A lot of angry DMC fans.
Yeah, but they're like, but he's on Switch now. It's like, yeah.
What would be worse, though, like Dante or Virgil?
Nero.
Oh, Nero.
Bring in Nero from fucking Smash Brothers. Or no, here's one worse. The DMC reboot Dante.
Oh, well, they did have that. Obviously, they had that in PlayStation All-Stars.
Bring back again.
Hey, guys, we're bringing back your favorite DMC.
Remember him?
And then to add insult to injury, he has like the white hair with the wig he wears.
And then, like, when he comes in, he rips it off. Like, nah, that looks stupid. Goddamn. Oh man. I think another thing that I've noticed is that, like, I was at work and I decided to like look on because apparently my phone would bring in like Google News. And they're saying that, like, one of my favorite Netflix shows is being renewed for a final season. I'm like, well, I can't say that I'm surprised, but at the same time, I'm glad they're not going to milk it. You know who Bill Burr is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, his series that he made for Netflix, F is for Family.
Oh, so is it a comedy show?
It's a comedy show.
Okay.
An adult animated one, but still. It's pretty good, though.
Well,
yeah, it was renewed for a final season. I'm just looking at it going, well, that's kind of good. Because the way they ended season 4 was sad, and I wanted to see more what they'll do with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good that shows at least it can come back to finish out the story and everything.
That and a show called Dead to Me got renewed for a final season, which is good, but also kind of weird.
I haven't heard of that one either.
It's pretty well if you ever get Netflix again once they take off that Abomination.
I hope they do, but I just don't know at this point. I mean, I'm excited that they did release a teaser for season 3 of Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that looks good. Like they showed like a few things that I think are new, and then they showed, of course, spoiler, Miguel opening his eyes. Yeah. So I'm assuming any theory that he would be in a coma in season 3 is I guess that kind of debunks that. Although I feel like it's possible he might be paralyzed, considering what happened to him. So, yeah, I think so maybe not so much a coma, he'll probably be paralyzed, and I wonder how he's going to feel about what happened to him, and if he's going to, like, be pissed at Johnny. we know that everybody else is kind of pissed at Johnny right now, or just kind of, Johnny's in a bad place. So I think it'd be even worse if Miguel is just like, I hate you. So, but it would make sense considering what happened, though. So I think that would be kind of a good idea for season 3, but they haven't really revealed any. I don't think they've really revealed any of the plot details. They've been pretty quiet about it, which I think is good. So I guess we'll just have to wait. Although I won't be watching it on Netflix, I know that.
Going to the Pirate Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like, no, I actually didn't get rid of my Netflix account. Because it's like I said, I'm one of those people that believes that Netflix can still provide quality things. You just don't have to watch that thing.
Yeah, but I figure I may as well vote with my wallet. I don't want to give them money.
Yeah, true.
It's pretty much as simple as that.
But yeah, I think we should move on to the one fucking thing that came out a few days ago, which is Crash 4 and another EA Star Wars game.
Yeah, I didn't get Crash 4 because I'm pretty broke right now, and I'm just not really I still need to play through all the Insane trilogy again, because I started playing that. I never got through all the games.
Oh, same.
But but I probably will eventually get Crash 4.
Yeah, I want to get Crash 4.
As for Star Wars Squadrons, which was the other game that came out, I was interested in it because I like the original Rogue Squadron games and some of the other Star Wars games where you're in either a X-wing or a TIE fighter. However, I wasn't really sure about it. It is like an EA game, so it's kind of a dice roll as to the quality of the game, if it's going to be good or not. And I've been hearing a lot of mixed things about the game. Some people say it's really good. Some people say it's okay. It kind of just mixed reception, I suppose. So I don't know. But it looks fun. So I mean, I might get it eventually. Maybe when it's just.
It is a fun game though, but I was having problems with it.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that. You were having technical issues.
Yeah, because it's they're showing off a in-game cutscene, and it's okay, and then it just shows two fucking borders of red, and they just kept talking. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
That's weird. Did you get it on PS4?
Yeah, I got on PS4. Yeah. And then I had to restart the game.
I wonder if it has issues across the board, on all platforms, or if it's just PS4.
It could. But for what I played of it, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, so I guess good game, but it just needs to have the technical issues ironed out. The only other EA Star Wars game recently that I enjoyed was Jedi Fallen Order. I know they really fucked up with the Battlefront games, especially Battlefront 2. Apparently it got better with updates, but I don't know. I just don't really have too much interest in playing Battlefront. Although I can say that Jedi Fallen Order is definitely a good Star Wars game. If you have not played that game, you will. It's a pretty good game. It's a linear game for the most part. There are more open areas you can explore, but it's fairly linear. But it tells a pretty interesting story. The only problems I have with it are near the end of the game, where they have, because it felt like they were riding themselves into a corner. They because they find this thing that could. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna spoil it. If you haven't played the game, just don't listen to this part, because I'm gonna spoil some of what happens at the end. So Cal finds something that will help him basically restore the Jedi Order. He doesn't do that because he sees a vision of all his Padawans being massacred by the Empire, so he decides he shouldn't do it. And he just goes off. In the end is him and his crew just kind of fucking off and going to the outer regions, and yeah. So he decides not to, restore the Jedi Order or anything because he's like, it's too dangerous, basically, is the justification, I suppose. It'll get people killed. Although that didn't really, didn't stop Luke Skywalker. But I guess they had to make it end that way so that it wouldn't interfere with the main timeline. Which, I mean, I understand that, but it's like you could have found some other way out of it, because it felt like, like I said, it felt like they wrote themselves into a corner where it's like, oh shit, like he's going to do this really huge thing that would like contradict the whole timeline of the original trilogy. What do we do here? Although they, it's kind of like with Force Unleashed, they didn't really like that, at least in I think the second game, they just didn't give a fuck about that. They're just like, no, we're just gonna have Starkiller do all this crazy shit. And I think in the DLC for the first game, they're like, fuck it, he's just gonna go and kill all the important characters from the original trilogy.
Yeah, which is very. Yeah, that's the one question I was gonna ask, because like, has EA fucked up with Star Wars, or have they been slowly redeeming themselves?
It depends on. I think it really depends on the. I mean, because EA is like, because EA is technically like the publisher, right? Like they're not really
developer.
Yeah, because like with the Battlefront games, it's DICE. With the Jedi Fallen Order, it was Respawn who did the Titanfall games. I don't know who was doing it with Squadrons. Like who was behind Squadrons? Because
Motive.
I never heard of them. But I think EA's been kind of up and down. I would say like they started off in a pretty bad place, but I think in some instances, yeah, I guess they have kind of redeemed themselves with the developers they've picked up, and like Respawn, for instance. They actually did improve Battlefront 2 later on, even though it started off bad. Squadrons is decent from what I hear, although it does have some supposedly kind of current year stuff in there, because apparently there's a character that is has their pronouns listed and is not like some kind of gender non-conforming character or something, and they had to make a point about that. So yeah, that's that kind of shit really gets on my nerves, because I think it has no place in something like Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of in my opinion, that's sort of a step back. Like, the game might be fun, but then it has shit like that where it's like you try to ignore it, but you just can't, because they just shove that shit in your face. They're like, acknowledge this character, and you're like, I don't care, and they're just like, no, you must acknowledge them. We have to shove this character in your face whether you like it or not. And it's just like, it'd be fine if it like maybe, I don't know, it could be like a character who's like a nobody in the game, but if it's like a really important character and they're constantly like trying to get you to like the character or something, like they're forcing it on you, like that's one thing where I'm just like, I would fucking hate that shit. I'm just like, I don't care that they're a non-binary person. It doesn't fucking matter to me. I don't know why you're making a big deal out of this character, because apparently on social media they're making a big fucking deal about it. And I hope it's not that way in the game. I hope in the game it's just like, oh, there's it's just this random character. Like, that's what I hope. But who knows?
Maybe. But also, to answer your question of who Motive is, the only two games they've made were Battlefront 2 and fucking Squadrons.
Wow. Well, I mean, I guess it was sort of a gamble with having them be the developers of it.
Well, they collaborated with DICE.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that Squadrons is not a bad game, but it's not going to be anywhere close to Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really expect it to be, considering the kind of game it is.
but it could be better though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how similar it is to like the Rogue Squadron games or any of the older Star Wars games.
Well, it plays nothing like Rogue Squadron. It's first person.
I think some people were comparing it to the TIE Fighter game.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I haven't played that one, so...
Also, goddamn it, why am I surrounded by kittens?
Oh, this is a great time for that to happen.
it'll add for background.
Yeah, just hey, here's a random cat. Please give this YouTube video more views.
Exactly. Let's see. There we go. Fucking 8-week-old kittens running around my office that I just cleaned.
Oh, I gotta clean it again though.
But yeah, I don't know. Like from what now, I'm gonna talk about like Crash 4 for a bit too. Like from what I've read of Crash 4, I've been hearing that it's actually a good sequel.
Mm-hmm.
A very good sequel. But it makes zero sense to me, like, why all of a sudden they decided to make a sequel now.
Yeah, I mean, it's years too late.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Many fucking years. And it just makes you wonder why. Because, I know why. Cars.
I mean, I hear it's good.
And just as hard as the originals.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's another thing, too. It's apparently pretty hard.
But at the same time, I'm just wondering what makes it better. No, I want to.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't played the game. It looks good. Like, I mean, we did talk about it on the other podcast. It looks like a fun game, but yeah, have not played the game yet. I'll probably get it eventually. Is it only on PS4?
No, I think it's on multiplat.
Oh, so it's on PC. Yeah, I'll probably get it on PC.
It could be on PC. Let's look on Steam.
It should be if it's
Let's
multiplat.
look on Steam. Hades. Crash Insane Trilogy. No, nothing about Crash Bandicoot 4 on Steam.
So just Xbox and
yeah, just those consoles.
Yeah, it'll probably come to PC eventually. I mean, Insane Trilogy's on
PC. That's the only thing that's on PC.
But yeah, so your thoughts on the Insane Trilogy? Has it been getting good reception?
Or what do you mean by Insane Trilogy?
Or not the Crash Trilogy, sorry.
From last I've seen, it's gotten like high praise.
I mean, because from what I saw of the trailer, it did look promising. So I mean, it's good that it lives up to expectations.
Let's see. Fucking 85 and 84 on Metacritics. People are saying that it's better, has better controls.
That's good.
Let's see. What was it generally praised for? Well received by critics, deemed a return to form for the franchise, praise being directed for the visuals and graphics, established in original game mechanics, but also it made some memoriam to the guy who played Aku Aku. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't tell me it wasn't somebody else playing Aku Aku, I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference, because it sounds a lot like him.
Well, it was the original one from the original games.
Oh, they don't have somebody else voicing him?
So, hold on, let's see. I'm gonna look up this now. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Now I gotta do all the research.
Well, I do all of the editing, so.
Greg Eagles is the person that does Aku Aku. But he's also in Crash 4 as well.
Yeah, it's something I need to play eventually, but
Likewise.
I need to get through Insane Trilogy first.
I need to as well.
Anyways, I think we'd probably move on to what was the next topic? Did Toys for Bob create a run? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we can't really say that whether if they did or not because we haven't played the game, so it's hard to say if they created, a worthy sequel, but according to reviewers, it seems that they have.
Yep.
So that's all we can really go off of for now.
Yep. But once one of us gets Crash 4, we can actually give our full takes on it.
Yep. And now we move on to the tier list segment.
Yeah, let's move on to the one
part.
thing that makes it all great. Fucking tiers. Like, what do you think of tier lists? What do you think of them?
I find them interesting because, it gives you a pretty good idea of someone's opinion on a franchise or anything else, really.
Yep.
No, I mean, there are plenty of other things that can do that, but I think tier lists are a pretty easy way to do that, to let people know what you think about something.
Yeah, I agree.
But then I see it kind of just going around everywhere, too. Almost everybody doing these tier lists for pretty much anything. Like, there's a tier list, it seems, for everything. So, there's people just doing tiers for whatever. I can't remember. Like, I think I did one tier list for something, but I cannot remember what it was.
And it was for anime titties, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Was it on Twitter? Or something like that?
Well, that's pretty much where they all are. They're all on Twitter. But it probably was on Twitter, yeah. But yeah, so some ideas for the tier lists we have are
we could just do the PS4 one.
Yeah, we could do the PS4 tier, PS4 exclusive tier list.
I have like a few, but oh god.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got all the Star Wars films, including the TV specials, tier list maker. Oh boy. Oh, the prequels, and we got the Solo film too. I haven't seen the Solo film. There's no option for not seeing it on this one. Is it? I don't see it.
You can make your own. Yeah, the fucking gear. Just add one.
Oh wait, oh yeah. Okay. Add a real... No, not F. Shit. What was it? There we go. And we're going to put Soilo right there because I have not seen Soilo.
What? I think for me, I'll make my own.
Okay, so for mine, like... Here we go. E is worse than F.
I would get rid of that one. Just put F. Fuck E.
Yeah, E is kind of... Yeah. Say F. You guys already know my thoughts on Last Jedi, so we can put that right there.
I know the ones I had not... No, I'm putting the fucking Star Wars Holiday Special as F. Let's see.
Okay, which one?
I have no idea, like, what...
Oh, yeah, Holiday Special. Yeah, that's where the Holiday Special can go.
Okay.
Um,
Solo. Funny enough, for me, Solo, I wouldn't give it an F. or I haven't seen.
I didn't give it an F. I said
I would probably give it a D. Like, it wasn't bad, terrible.
Rogue One, I'd give Rogue One a C. Clone Wars, haven't seen, can't put it there.
Rogue One for me, Rogue One I would give a B. Just because, why not? It was a good spin-off movie. Ewoks.
The Ewok movies.
I have no idea what that is.
I'd say I haven't seen these. I don't know why the fuck these are on here. I guess because it's a Lucasfilm thing, but it's not Star Wars. I mean, I guess you could say it's Star Wars. I don't know. It's whatever. Okay, so A New Hope. That's gonna be A.
A New Hope, you said.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say.
You know what? On my personal opinion, I would give it an S because it's the one that started it all, and it's still great to this day.
Yeah, that is true. I'd say S. I personally, Return of the Jedi is my favorite, but I have to acknowledge the issues with it, so I'm gonna have to say A. I can't say I can't in confidence say that's an S because it's not.
Yeah.
Empire. I guess you could say, you know, I'm gonna. It's same level. It's an S, or not an S, but A.
You madman.
Oh, what?
Yes, I fucking do.
My personal favorite's Return to the Jedi, so I would have to like personally I think it's better than Empire, so I can't say it's above Return of the Jedi for me. Are we still?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Prequel films. Prequel films is I didn't finish the sequel. Surely. Okay, sequel. Force Awakens D.
Force Awakens for me is probably a B.
No, definitely not.
Fuck you! It's a B for me.
Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace is a C.
I can agree with that one because it had really good moments, but at the same time, it fell flat at some parts.
Attack of the Clones. I don't.
D.
I want to say D. Yeah, but it has moments. I like it better than Force Awakens, but yeah, the romance really kills it. I'm still have to say D.
Did you put Last Jedi on there?
Yeah, it's on.
Good call. I forgot to put that on there.
I don't have any that are B. Oh wait, no, this will be B. Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. B.
Yeah.
So this is my tier list. New Hope is an S. Return of the Jedi and Empire are A. Revenge of the Sith is B. Rogue One and Phantom Menace C. Force Awakens and Attack of the Clones D. F. Last Jedi and the Holiday Special. Never seen Solo, Clone Wars, and then these Ewok movies.
I put S as episode 4 and 5 is S. Return of Jedi is A.
Okay.
B would be Rogue One, Revenge of the Sith, and fucking Force Awakens. C is Phantom Menace. D was Solo and Attack of the Clones, and the Holiday Special and Last Jedi were fucking Fs. While Clone Wars and those two wicked things, or fucking Ewoks, were I hadn't seen.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair for the most part, I would say. I just wouldn't rate Force Awakens so highly.
Well, that's your opinion. But opinions are my own.
And then we also have the PlayStation 4 tier list, which we were going to do.
Okay, yeah. This one's good.
I need to play it. Yeah, well, I was going to replace this with haven't played, but want to play.
Oh,
let's just say this. Want to play doesn't mean I want to play it, just means I haven't played it. I'm not going to play MLB this year.
So you can put F. You can just make one for F or haven't seen. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
I might as well just get rid of the F tier on mine and just put haven't played.
Yeah. I put want to play here. I think that was.
Oh wait, no,
I think that's a driving game.
I missed one other game. S. There's no S tier.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is no S tier. Add row above. Oh no, I didn't mean add to. Fuck. Delete row. There we go. Okay.
Wait,
so we have games I haven't played. I think that's Gone to the Rapture. I haven't played that one. Haven't played Dreams. I haven't played this one either. I don't even know what that is. Haven't played that one. I haven't played Days Gone. There's a lot I haven't really played. I haven't played Neo 2. I want to play. I haven't played whatever this is. I don't know what that is. I haven't played Knack 2. I have not played Detroit, nor do I really want to play
Detroit Become Human.
Have not played Uncharted Lost Legacy. Don't know what that even is.
What does it look like?
It's something Astro.
Oh, that's a VR. Oh, any game, because you could just take all the VR games.
Okay, any of these games, these fucking golf games, this fucking game, first Knack. There's a lot. That fucking rat game where you're
Moss?
Gravity Moss, yeah. Gravity Rush. Okay, I have played The Order. Iron Man. I haven't fucking played Iron Man VR. What is this? Is that? Oh, Dragon Quest Hero. No, haven't played that yet. I've not played Medieval. Street Fighter 5. Haven't played it, but I don't really care to.
Yeah, you could put that under haven't played.
Okay, so haven't. Is this Final Fantasy 14?
No, 14. Yeah, that's Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I haven't played that. Okay, get that out of the way. Oh, hold on. What the fuck is this? I don't recognize it.
What does it look like?
I haven't played it. Okay.
I already finished my list, so
I haven't played this one. Yeah, I haven't played that. I think it's Psychonauts.
Yeah, it's a VR game.
Psychonauts VR.
Like I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay. Now we can get to the stuff I have played. Ratchet and Clank. The game. Give that a C.
Wait, Ratchet and Clank is a C?
I mean, I haven't played. I only played like some of it. It was good. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but I enjoyed it.
Nothing to write home about.
Shenmue 3. I hate to say it, but like D. I have to say D. It's not fun. It's just really not fun to play.
D.
Like
that's it.
Horizon. I'd give Horizon a B.
Oof.
That's not a bad.
It was a lot higher than my fucking answer.
Neo's a B. Neo's pretty good. Until Dawn. Yeah. Yeah, Until Dawn's B.
You're being too generous in some of these games.
Well, you think Until Dawn is worse?
Did I say that? I think Until Dawn is.
I don't know. You said I was being too generous. Until Dawn is a C.
It's a C because it's like.
I think it has a pretty good choice system. Like it's, and that's what the game sells itself on.
True.
Persona 5 Royal. I haven't played Royal, but I did play the original game. I'm gonna have to say that's an A.
Not generous of you.
You think it's an S? I mean, it might be an. I can't say. I haven't played Royal. I'm going off the original game, which I didn't beat, and I played like almost halfway through. So that's all I can really judge it on.
Yeah, I'm
Killzone Shadowfall.
That's a D.
That's a D. Yeah. Fun game, but story-wise, it's trash. Ghost of Tsushima. S.
That's a go fucking figure.
Infamous Second Son. C. Shadow of the Colossus remake. A.
You uncultured swine.
Death Stranding, haven't played it. That's also not an exclusive. Uncharted 4 B.
Nope.
Actually, no.
I'd say it's a B. It's enjoyable enough. Story wise, it's could have been better, but you know, It's a fun game.
Actually, I put it as a B too. So, whoops.
Yeah. Judgment. Haven't played Judgment yet.
Nope.
Spider-Man PS4 A. I guess.
Nope.
What do you think? Have you played PS4?
Yes, I have. I've beaten it. I just didn't play the DLC.
Yeah, same. I haven't played the DLC. I've played the main game.
Did you platinum?
Yep. Ni no Kuni 2. I have not played that one yet. I played the first game. If they asked me if it was the first game, I'd be able to say.
Well, the first game isn't really a exclusive anyway.
Bloodborne. Oh, A or S?
I would say compared to like Neo and all that and the other Dark Souls games, I'd say it's an S.
Yeah, S. Last Guardian. As much as I hate to say it, C.
Nope.
Just because it has so many technical problems.
I gave that fucker a D. Yeah, because they worked on this game for so fucking long, and then when you finally play it, it is boring as fuck.
I thought it was okay. Like, it was, boring at times, but it was enjoyable enough. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ooh, that's going to be a big one. A or B?
I say B.
B.
I aim that one towards B. Like, it's a good remake. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, some people are saying it's God tier. I disagree. It's a good remake, but it's not the best thing I've ever played. The Order, that's definitely going to be.
Nope.
It has an interesting premise, but
every time you make the wrong choice.
Nope.
What, you think it's better?
I wouldn't give it like a fucking B. I would give it like a C at tops.
I gave it a D.
It doesn't deserve the D.
The Order?
Yeah, it doesn't deserve a D. It doesn't deserve a good dicking, but it doesn't deserve a good fucking applause either. Here's what I would give it for. The gameplay for it, it's good. Visuals is good. Story, a little hokey, but it's okay. But it's short, though.
Yeah, but it's also pretty uninspired. Like, the story is kind of a rip-off of a lot of other things, too. So
I would say it's good if you just want to get the platinum trophy, which I was trying to do.
I've played the whole game. I mean, it has its moments. It has, like I said, interesting concepts, interesting premise. It's uninspired, and it's pretty fucking short too. So there's a lot of things going against it. I would have to say, I can't in good conscience say it's a C. Yeah. God of War, the reboot. I have not beaten it, but I've played some of it, and for what I played of it, C.
Nope.
C. It's not. It's just, I don't know. It's okay. It's not great. It's good, I would say. But it didn't blow me away.
Like, I say that it's good. It's not. It's like I give it an A.
I don't know. Maybe if I'm playing more of it, I'll have a different opinion. But for what I've played of it so far, yeah, it's decent. But it's not like, if you're looking for the God of War you used to know, you're gonna be
that's a no. But if you just want a good experience, then that's why I gave it an A. Because if you just want the good experience,
you know what? I need to add add a road just for this.
I know what you're talking about.
That's a straight fucking F. Last of Us Part 2.
Hey,
don't even need to play it. Don't even need to fucking play it. I mean, all people are like, oh, but the gameplay. I don't fucking care. It's the same gameplay as the first game, just with some slight improvements. It's not really any. I don't think I'm missing out. I've seen the cutscenes. I know what happens.
The story is very bad.
It's a story. It's a story-driven game, and the story is ass.
It makes the Telltale games look better in comparison.
It's fucking trash. So yeah, F. That's an F.
Hey, at least you didn't put other. At least you didn't call it other trash like I did.
I've seen people put this game above the first one.
No.
Like that should be a cardinal sin. Like that's you got to be. I want to know what drugs you're on for
meth.
doing that.
They're probably on meth when they do this.
Yeah. That's my tier list for the PS4 exclusive, quote unquote exclusive. Some of these still aren't exclusives, by the way. What did you put? You know what? I'll just go over a brief summary of what you put for yours. Just
all I know is that I'm just going to say this: for the utter trash, we all know what that is. Like, there are some games I don't remember playing, so I put haven't played on there, like the Dragon Quest Heroes games.
There's actually a lot of games on this I haven't played.
Okay, I'll just go over the ones I gave like higher tiers to. Like S, I gave it to Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, Shadow of the Colossus remake, Bloodborne, and Persona 5 Royal. A would probably be Yakuza 6, Ratchet & Clank, Judgment, Gravity Rush 2, and God of War. That's mostly that's the big ones. Those are the highest crowning achievements.
Yeah.
But if I can say some of the Bs that actually were good... Actually, no. I'm actually going to switch one of my A tiers. I'm going to give it to... Where is it? Never mind. I'll just leave it where it was. I was going to put either Ghost Giant or Moss on there, but... Like, if they put The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, that would go definitely in my A rank.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was my PS4 tier list.
And there's...
You have any others we were planning on?
There was one. There was a Persona one.
James Bond movie tier list.
There was one for Final Fantasy, and I just made one category for 13.2 and 13.3. I just put Y.
Some of these I have not seen. We need to make a... Hold on. I need to correct this and make...
I'm not going to put...
Have not
seen. I'm not going to put an F tier on this because most of the James Bond movies are good.
Well, there's an E tier.
That's why I'm going to get rid of that and put haven't seen.
Delete that. Yeah, so I got S, A, B, C,
and haven't seen.
Okay, so I know this one, the Die Another Day. That one is I'll just see. It's got some weird stuff, and like that's where it started to get kind of ridiculous. Like there's some ridiculous Bond movies, but that one was kind of like...
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I think this is Goldfinger. Yeah, Goldfinger. Goldfinger. You know what? Goldfinger was like the first one I saw, so I'm not. And there's some nostalgia there, so I'm gonna have that as an A.
Where the fuck was it? What does it look like? I forget. Oh, I see it. Goldfinger ought to give it an A.
Yeah,
because it had a lot of memorable moments in that one.
GoldenEye. That's one of the best ones, honestly. Like I'm gonna have to say that's an S.
I'll put it under.
Skyfall, probably going to be an S.
I hadn't seen Skyfall, but I heard it was good.
It's one of the best, like, Daniel Craig ones. Actually, you know what? Maybe Skyfall might be an A, because I'm trying to decide between Casino Royale being an S or Skyfall.
I'm going with Casino Royale as S, because it marked it.
Yeah, Casino Royale.
It signified him as a good Bond. Spectre I hadn't seen.
I don't think I've seen Thunderball. I think I might remember some parts of it, but I have not seen it.
Funny enough, you say this. You say that you hadn't seen it.
Quantum of Solace.
I actually... Okay, remember the James Bond 50 anniversary collection? I actually own that.
Oh, God.
It has from Dr. No... Oh, wait. I think I have seen Thunderball.
Oh, From Russia with Love. That's going to be...
That is fun. Yeah, I have seen Thunderball, but it wasn't... I don't think it was that good, though, so...
Moonraker? Oh, I remember Moonraker. That was... That one was pretty ridiculous. That was one with Jaws was on that one. And there were fucking lasers. I remember they went to the moon.
Moonraker. I hadn't even seen that one.
I think I'd say that's a C. It's one of the cheesier Bond movies.
Okay, I have to ask, where would you rank Quantum of Solace?
I haven't seen it, so I'll put haven't seen.
Honestly, I'd probably give it a C. Like, it's not a bad Bond movie, but the cinematography was just all over the place. I didn't care for it.
Oh God, Octopussy. I don't remember some of these, so I'm just gonna say like, The Spy Who Loved Me. I don't really remember much about that one. I'm gonna say I probably have seen it, but I'm gonna say haven't seen just because I don't remember enough about it to really give a solid opinion.
Octopus is a C or D.
Dr. No. I do remember some parts of Dr. No. I'm gonna have to say that's a B. That was one of the earlier Bond movies.
Yeah, Dr. No was definitely a B movie for me.
I don't think I've seen that one. I think that was License to Kill. Yeah,
I hadn't seen that either.
Or I might have seen part. Tomorrow Never Dies. I think I've seen parts of Tomorrow Never Dies.
I hadn't seen that.
I remember liking it, so I'm gonna say that. But it wasn't great, so I'm gonna probably see. I think I've played the game for Tomorrow Never Dies. I can't even see some of these.
I hadn't seen The Spy Who Loved Me.
Which one is the one with the woman spreading her legs? Like, I'm trying to remember what the fuck this one was.
007 is back. That is on Her Majesty's Secret Service. That's when.
Okay, that one's. I'm gonna say that one's actually
Yes.
D because that one I remember not really liking that one.
Oh,
that
I
much.
agree. That's why I changed it.
And the new Bond, the guy, was it Timothy Dalton? Or who was playing Bond?
It was George Lazenby,
Yeah, he was one of the least memorable.
a
ones.
model with no prior acting skills.
Sounds about right. Live and Let Die, I remember mostly just because of the theme song. And I think it had a pretty cool car chase. I'm trying to remember what happened in that movie.
Okay, I don't know.
I want to say it's a B just because I think I enjoyed it that much, but it's hard to say for sure. But I want to say it's B. What was the other one? I don't know what this one is. I don't remember these.
It's
I'm gonna say I haven't
It's probably
seen.
either A View to Kill or The Living Daylights.
It might be Living Daylight. I just remember the Living Daylights theme song and not much.
Is it the one where it looks like a gun barrel? That's
I think one of them
that's The Living Daylights.
Okay, I want to. Is that? Do you remember that one? Because
I don't. And then there was a
I just remember the theme song. I'm just gonna put these that I haven't seen, just because I barely. Okay, so to clarify, haven't seen is a mix of things I genuinely have not seen and movies where the Bond movies where I like barely remember it.
I agree.
So I'm just, okay, so, okay, so mine for S is GoldenEye, Casino Royale, From Russia with Love, and A is Skyfall and Goldfinger. B is Dr. No, and
You can't read it either.
what was the other? I can't even read it.
Well, I know from
I think Live and Let Die. Live and Let Die. Yeah, okay. C is Die Another Day. Moonraker. Tomorrow Never Dies. Diamonds Are Forever. D
on
is
Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah, on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and then there's a bunch of ones I don't remember. I barely remember. So, or I haven't seen.
Mine S was From Russia with Love and Casino Royale. Goldfinger and Goldeneye were A. Dr. No and You Only Live Twice was B. Thunderball, Quantum of Solace, and Diamonds Are Forever was C, and On Her Majesty's Secret Service was D.
Yep, but well, I think that might do it for the tier list.
You got any other ideas for a tier list? Oh, I know. Perfect. I know a perfect one.
So, yep, we got the Resident Evil 2020 tier list maker.
Yep. The one.
Oh, this will be fun.
We need to add another one because there's like some.
Yeah, we need to add haven't played.
Okay, that can go down. I know a few Fs. Or haven't played.
That one's going all the way to the bottom. Played.
Which one are you putting on the bottom?
No, haven't. Just putting the haven't played. Well, I'll just put that. Whatever. Just leave it.
I left an F tier.
Okay, so haven't played. I have not played the original Resident Evil 2. Code Veronica. I think that's Dark Side Chronicles.
Oh, is it the one with it looks like blue and there's like Leon and the rail shooter.
Resident Evil Gaiden, haven't played it. Gun Survivor, haven't
I
played.
haven't played Outbreak.
Any of the Survivor games, haven't played Outbreak. Outbreak File 2. The original Nemesis, the Dead Silence. Have not played Dead Silence. Haven't played Resistance, nor do I want to. Operation Raccoon City, Umbrella Corps.
That game's
Mercenaries 3D. Okay, so get to the stuff I have actually played. Let's see, which one should I pick first? The original Resident Evil, at the very beginning. I would say just because of what it did for the survival horror genre, I would say that's... I don't want to say S because there are things about it that's kind of dated. Let's just say A.
Nope.
I say a B.
B.
Well, think about it. This was like back then when the tank controls came out. Most people didn't give a shit, but nowadays, since a lot of people are wanting like third person over the shoulder.
Yeah, I'd still say it's an A. I mean, and then we got the remake. The remake, I would actually say the remake is an S. The original remake, just because it improved upon so much.
Which one is the original? Isn't that the one where it's right next?
The GameCube one, the one that the original, the remake for the first one.
I would say that's a B. Just for me.
Resident Evil 0.
Zero. That's probably a B.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, whenever I played it, it wasn't a bad game. Couldn't get past it.
Yeah, it was decent. It's good for what it was. It was just too short, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Resident Evil 4. Oof.
For me, it's an S game, S tier for me.
Yeah, I want to say it's an A.
But, well,
Nope.
I have a reason because honestly, Resident Evil 4 was the first one I ever played, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just don't like. I think it's a good game, but at the same time, I just can't get over like what it kind of did to the series, where it took it in this more action-based, less atmospheric, less survival horror direction, and it kind of stayed that way for a long time. So I'm kind of considering that.
Speaking of which, so let's talk about the action ones. What would you rank 5?
Whew. People are gonna get on me. 5 is a D.
I'll
don't really.
You didn't care for it.
Okay. Yeah, you know what?
I get a C.
5 is. It might say it's a C. 6 is a D. 6 is.
I agree. Like 6 is okay. Here's my thing with 6. It's stupid. It's story. I did not care for the story except for Leon's, but the multiplayer was okay. And
yeah, like that's what people like it for is the multiplayer.
And the
component.
cover art was funny because it looked like a giraffe being blown.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Resident Evil 7. I
would give it a B.
I'm debating between I'm going to say it's a C.
I say it's a B because it went back to its original a different way.
Yeah, it has problems. Like it also, I think it's too short. It does a lot of things right, I think, but it's just it never really like. I don't know. I think it's average at best, or at least a little bit above average.
I'm actually gonna take back what I said about Resident Evil Revelations. I'm gonna make the first one an A.
Yeah, the first Resident Evil Revelations.
Then the second one was a C.
That's a B.
Like the second one?
No.
I said okay. Which version of it did you play?
The PC one?
I played the
PC
3DS version. That's why I gave that an A, because it worked well on the 3DS.
Yeah. Revelations 2.
That's a C.
There were some things I really liked about it, but that's a C. Resident Evil 2 Remake. That, in my opinion, I'm going to say that's an A. I actually really, really liked Resident Evil 2 Remake. Resident Evil 3 Remake, on the other end. I don't know.
Probably a C, maybe a D.
I'm going to say D. It's just after knowing how much it cut from the original game and just how, I don't know, just how disappointing it is in comparison.
I might be generous and just give it a C.
Yeah, I still will say I'm really still like debating between C or D, but I'm feeling more D.
I would give it a C because it looks good, plays okay, but it's just not as good as Resident Evil 2.
Okay, so ones I haven't played: Resident Evil 2 Original, Code Veronica, Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles, Resident Evil Gaiden, Gun Survivor, the Outbreak games, Nemesis, Resistance, Dead Silence,
Deadly Touch or Deadly Silence.
Deadly Silence, Operation Raccoon City, Umbrella Corps. What even is that?
Okay, there is.
I didn't know that. Oh, Mercenaries 3D, Umbrella Chronicles. So as S, I have the original remake, and that's really the only game I have as an S.
Mine was 4.
Yeah. A, I have the original Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2 remake. B, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Revelations. C, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 7, Revelations 2. D, Resident Evil 6, and Resident Evil 3 remake.
Oh, you don't have an F tier?
I do, but I don't know if any. I would, like, obviously if I played the game, some of these games, I'd probably give some of these an F, like Umbrella Corps and Operation Raccoon
and Survivor.
Yeah,
the ones I gave an S. I gave Resident Evil 4 an S. Revelations and Resident Evil 2 remake was an A. The original Resident Evil and Resident Evil remake was a B, along with 0 and 7. Revelations 2, Resident Evil 5, and Resident Evil 3 remake was a C. Umbrella Chronicles and 6 was a D, and F was Operation Raccoon City and Umbrella Corps.
That makes sense.
Fucking blue.
Yep, that's the Resident Evil tier list. I have to ask though, is there one for Silent Hill?
About to look that up for you, man. Silent Hill games tier, and yes, there is.
Yeah, I can see that's one I can probably.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put that myself, actually.
And I'm going to add a row above S tier and call it "Fuck You, Konami." We all know where that's going. Actually,
Silent Hill Mobile. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a
Mobile
thing.
2, actually.
I played that. Oh, this is a pachinko. Any of the pachinko ones, I have not played them.
Yeah, all the ones that are mobile and all that shit, I'm just gonna throw out haven't played.
Okay, so we need hold on. We need an F. Where's an F? Where they add row below F tier. That is definitely gonna be fucking HD collection, which was a fucking travesty.
All these other ones that I don't know what they are, so I'm just gonna put them as I haven't played.
Oh, the Vito Book of Memory. Yeah, that's
okay. Why do you think I have a special one called "Fuck You, Konami"? I put PT on that one, by the way.
Okay, Silent Hill, the original. That's definitely an S.
Oh, that's what that is. But would you be mad at me if I did that shit? Just said "Fuck
What?
You, Konami" to PT.
To PT, all because of what happened to PT? No,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd say okay.
Yes.
It's a good game. I like the demo of it. But Konami is fucking stupid. I was about to say Capcom is stupid.
I'd be fair and say PT in and of itself, just not taking into consideration the whole controversy, just judging it as a game. I think it's an A.
Yeah. I was.
Let's see. Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2, yeah, in my opinion, that's also an A.
I'd give it an S. Like, compare it to the others, it's great.
My personal opinion, Silent Hill, the original, and Silent Hill 3, because it's my favorite, S.
Nope.
Silent Hill 2 is an A. PT is an A.
I gave PT a B.
Silent Hill The Room. I've played some of it. I'm gonna have to say C. I don't tell you why, because the first half of The Room is great. The second half is annoying as hell because it's an escort mission the rest of the way through, and it's really goddamn annoying. So that being taken into consideration, yeah, it's a C. Hate to say it, but yeah, I think people are going to crucify me for that, but I think it's a C. Homecoming, okay, so I'll just be honest. I haven't played any of these, so I'm gonna put these here. I've heard how bad they are. Haven't played them, like the Silent Hill games after the Team Silent ones.
Yeah, the mobile ones.
So I'm pretty much just putting all the Team Silent stuff and the PT here. All the stuff after that, haven't played it, so I can't really say, unfortunately. But I will say, based on what I've seen of some of them, where I think my opinion would be, like, okay, so I haven't played Downpour, but I would argue I don't really have to. So for Downpour,
I gave it a D.
Maybe a D. Yeah, a D.
Like here's mine. I already bring
Homecoming. Based on what I've seen, this is just based on what I've seen. I haven't played, but Homecoming's D.
Yeah.
Shattered Memories.
The remake of one.
I don't know.
I put that as haven't played, but from what I've seen of it, maybe a C.
Yeah. Maybe a C. I don't really like the twist ending.
Here's why.
Yeah, maybe I'll say C. I'll say C.
Yeah, like here's.
But everything else, yeah.
Like mine, I put Silent Hill 2 as an S. 3 and 1 was an A. PT was a B. Origins 4 and Shattered Memories was a C.
Oh yeah, that's right. Origins. Yeah, I'd say Origins. Yeah. Origins.
Like it was a good PSP game. I'm not gonna deny that. It was really good, but it just sometimes the controls, like visuals, it was great, but controls.
And it has a durability mechanic.
I didn't like some of the mechanics, and the gameplay was kind of meh.
You can carry around TVs in your pocket.
And they don't break.
Yeah, somehow. Oh, that's all for the Silent Hill tier.
Yep.
Metal Gear Solid. Why is there no F
no,
on here?
You can make it. Trust me, you can make it.
Add a row below.
Oh yeah, you can also put a never haven't played on there too.
Yeah.
Which would be
yeah, like the original Metal Gears.
Yeah, those two are definitely going on there. Oh, fun fact, I do have an NES card of
Metal Gear Solid. I actually haven't played the original Metal Gear Solid, but I have played Twin Snakes. I think is that the Metal Gear Pachinko?
I don't. Which one? What does it look like?
It's the one. I think that's Big Boss on there.
Does it look yellow? No, I think that's Peace Walker.
Oh, Peace Walker. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, in my hand I have the Metal Gear Solid. I have the Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear NES card.
Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, Rising Revengeance, that's an A. Ground Zeroes is a B. Oh wait, was that that Metal Gear Solid 3? Okay, that's you know what? I might have to say that's an S, just because I think that's One of the best games in the series.
Which one?
Metal Gear,
Good man.
Metal Gear Survive, F. Metal Gear Solid 2, have not played. Metal Gear Solid 4, it's
B.
B. Metal Gear Solid 5, C.
Yeah.
Maybe C. Yeah. C.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
So,
Haven't played the original Metal Gears. Haven't played Metal Gear Solid, the original. Where's Twin Snakes?
it's not on there.
I've been playing Twin Snakes.
So put the original Metal Gear on there. It's the same thing.
Okay. Based on Twin Snakes. Basing this on Twin Snakes. A. Metal Gear Solid.
So with me, I put on my S rank, I put Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid 3. For A, I put Metal Gear Rising and the original Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid 4 was a B. Metal Gear Solid 5 was a C. Ground Zeroes was a D. Survive was an F.
Ground Zeroes is a D?
Yeah.
Is it just because of how short it is?
Because how short it was, and it was... Okay, just because of how short it was, how much they...
And because it was sold
Yeah.
as... It was like a separate...
Yeah, $40. That's a...
Nope.
I'll just judge it based on gameplay, which I'm saying as a... I'm saying that for that, I think I'd say it's a B. But for the business practices of it, and yeah, it's a... When you consider that, it's a D.
But yeah, like I said, I actually am holding on to the actual cartridge of Metal Gear.
You know what? To be fair, I would be fair and say I haven't played Survive, which I haven't, but I know I would hate it if I did play it. So I'm just gonna say it's an F.
So I think I got a bootleg. No, it's for Metal Gear for the NES. Because when I got it, it said that this was the game, but I opened it up and it said Metal Beer. And then I realized I bought a fucking flask.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm going to say that for the record. I love when companies like make flasks off of games, and it's so good.
Okay, so there is a Kingdom Hearts tier list.
Yeah.
Some of them I have not played though. So let's see, like what was it, 365 days? I think.
Yeah, there's that and Recoded. Those two are the only ones.
Actually,
DS
I need to make.
no one really played.
At row below, I haven't.
Well, that's what I did. I got rid of the E tier list and put that on there.
So, 3D Dream Drop Distance. I know where I can put that one. That one. I would say it's a C. Like it's not bad.
I'm gonna go against the norm. I'm gonna give it a D.
I haven't played Days.
Actually, no. I take that back. 358 over 2 days is a D.
I think this is Unchained Key. Haven't played that one.
Where do you see that at?
Or Union X. Sorry, yeah, Union X. The original. I would say the original is an S.
I would give it an A. I have my
maybe I would say original is an A. Kingdom Hearts 2. I think that's an S because like that's my favorite one.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is a B.
Kingdom Hearts 3 I would say is a D.
Actually,
it was disappointing.
That is a D.
Recoded, haven't played it.
Recoded.
Birth by Sleep is
that's an S
really.
for me.
I think I'd say it's a B.
I like it. You didn't play the PSP version, did you? Okay, good, because you would think that the game was great visually for the PSP standard.
Oh, Fragmentary Passage. Yeah,
I'd say C. Because it was a good tech demo.
What's the other one? What was the one next to Fragmentary Passages?
Chain of Memories.
Yeah. Is it Rechain or the original Chain of Memories?
Oh, this is the okay. Never mind. It's the original.
I haven't. Okay, so I'm gonna say based on I'm gonna have to clarify. This is Rechain, not Chain of. I haven't actually played, so I would be putting this in haven't played, but I would say this is like if we're talking about Rechain, maybe not an F, maybe
That's an
excuse me. Maybe a D.
Rechain of Memories made you sick. I'd say an F because they tried to take something. They tried to take Kingdom Hearts gameplay with something that sucked.
Yeah, I guess gameplay wise,
or something that was already better.
It's an F. But yeah, so my tier list goes Kingdom Hearts 2 S. It's my favorite. Kingdom Hearts, the first one, is my second favorite, so that's an A. Birth by Sleep, I guess I would say that's my third favorite because like I did like the characters, even though the story kind of presented a lot of different contradictions in some of the Kingdom Hearts lore.
It's going to be a B.
Yeah, I put that as a B. C, I said Dream Drop Distance was a C because I did enjoy it. What was it? Fragmentary Passage? Yeah, that was a C. 3 is a D just because of how D for disappointment. F would be Rechain, not Chain. I have to emphasize, not Chain of Memories, Rechain of Memories for the PS2. There were things I liked about it, but like the gameplay really drug it down. Have not played Union X, 365 Days, and Recoded.
I hadn't played Recoded, the original Chain, or Union Keep, but I think I'm actually conflicted with 358 over 2 days. Like I liked it when it came out, but later on, as it slowly stagnated with age, I'm gonna give it a D.
Yeah. I think that's fair, but yeah, that's pretty much my opinion on the Kingdom Hearts series and where I would rank it.
Now, if they added not the collections, if they added on Reach and Memories and Magical Melody or whatever the fuck they called it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I haven't played that one.
What the? No, that the oh.
Yeah, they don't have that on here.
Kingdom Hearts. Oh, Melody of Memory.
What is that?
It's not out yet. It's a rhythm game.
Of course.
From what I'm seeing, it reminds me so much of Theater Rhythm.
I don't know what that is.
Or Theater Rhythm. It's a rhythm game for the 3DS with Final Fantasy. I like that one personally. It was fun.
What's View Community rank? I wonder what the... Oh. Okay, so Community... Oh, I didn't even look at this. Okay, so the Community ranks Kingdom Hearts 2 as an S. Kingdom Hearts... Wow. Okay, the original Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 3 is an A.
Wait,
go to Community ranking. It's like right next to Rank It Now, like you see Community, and that's what the community thinks. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep is a B. I agree. Well, I kind of agree with that. Dream Drop Distance is D. I think that's 365 days. Or I mean, no, not D. Is a C. 365 days is a C.
Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep is a D.
The Fragmentary Passage.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, they gave Birth by Sleep.
Never mind. I'm stupid. I just read now. Okay, Fragmentary Passage is a D. I still don't agree with that. Like, I thought it was better than that.
And then Recoded and Union Key was an F.
I can't say, but fucking 3 is an A.
No,
what are they on?
No, it was.
I agree with pretty much most everything else except for 3 being so fucking high. And no, get out.
The one thing that if they put Remind on there, then that would Remind to me was, from what I've seen, was an F.
Really? I haven't played Remind
because I hadn't either because they wanted $30 or $40 fucking bucks for it, and I was like, fuck that. Oh god damn! Apparently, there's one if Kingdom Hearts games ranked by if Riku is playable. Are you fucking serious?
He's only really like playable in the second half of like what?
No. Look at this fucking list. Look at this fucking list.
Oh, I see it.
No playable Riku, trash game. Original Kingdom Hearts, Recoded, Birth by Sleep, Fragmentary Passage, Union Key. What the fuck are these fuckers on?
I don't know. Some people have weird taste.
Riku is half the entire game. Chain of Memories and 3D or Dream Drop Distance. Riku is playable, but not really.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of true with Kingdom Hearts 2 because you only play him like for the final boss.
Yeah,
he is playable in 3D. He is also playable in Chain of Memories, obviously. So, I mean, yeah, most of the games he's not really playable. He's a side character.
He's a MacGuffin. He's like the thing the main character is going for. It then makes more shitty fandoms. I don't know.
Okay, well, now I say we move on to the tier list I would have more an opinion on. The visual novel tier list. Which, okay, I guess I shouldn't say I would have more of an opinion on it, but I've played maybe about half of these. I'm gonna go ahead and say, where's the? Okay, you know what? I need to make, definitely need to make a, not very bad, but add row below. Haven't played, and that's going to be. I still haven't played 999. Danganronpa 2. Oh. I have played the original Danganronpa though, so I would say that's. I wouldn't say excellent. I would say very good. Very good tier.
I would say excellent because it was good, very excellent. But then the final act, when they kind of reveal what the fuck's going on in the story.
Yeah, Danganronpa 3. I think I haven't played that one.
Let's see,
I don't know what this is. I haven't played it. Phoenix Wright, haven't played.
Phoenix Wright? That's
yeah, I still have yet to play Doki Doki Literature Club. Virtue's Last Reward. Okay, so Fate Stay Night. I would say just because of the fandom it's created and the huge influence it's had over visual novels and all that, I would say masterpiece tier. I want to say excellent, but it's between excellent and masterpiece. I would say masterpiece just because of it kind of set the standard for a lot of things. So, and then we have Song of Saya, which is a horror visual novel, and it's very traumatizing if you play it for the first time. I want to say actually that's excellent, just because it's legitimately scary. Like when you first play it, and you're not expecting a lot of the shit that you're gonna see. I say Song of Saya is a good visual novel to go into blind, because you don't know what to expect, and what you get is Lovecraftian monstrosities. I'll just say that. Because when I first played it, I was like, "What am I playing?" Because it just kind of slaps you in the face with it when you first start playing it. You're just like, "What is happening?" They don't explain anything until later, and you're just like, "Yeah." Did they have Higurashi on Steam? Okay, what's that next to House and Fata Morgana? What does
it look like?
Wait. Okay, I think that is Higurashi. I've played a little bit of Higurashi. I've enjoyed what I played of it. Okay, so here's the thing with Higurashi. The original art for it is horrible. I don't know, both Higurashi and Umineko, they have really terrible art, and I don't know why, but the patches have improved art. So that's the only bad thing I can say about it. But in terms of I played some of the game and I really enjoyed the anime, so I'm gonna have to say good tier. I don't know when They Cry tier is. I guess they want to just put the When They Cry games on here, so that would be Higurashi and Umineko. But I'd say, just in terms of what I think of the games, good tier is Higurashi. I would say good tier also Umaneku, but Umaneku has a lot of problems in the answer arc, which is the second half or the second half of the story. The first half, which is the mystery like horror stuff, specifically like the first episode, I guess, is really good. But then after that, like it's still good, but like it starts to get a little bit too ridiculous in my opinion, and it starts to get incredibly, especially in the second half, it gets way too convoluted for its own good. So I would say like it's just I don't want to say it's bad, but like I feel like it's not an accurate representation of my opinion if I say good, because there are parts of it that are good, but then there are parts of it that are just really, in my opinion, bad and should have been like removed. But yeah, House and Fata Morgana. This is a pretty good horror visual novel. I would say, I don't want to say very, very good. I would say good. I still haven't finished it. I know I did a playthrough of it on my old channel. I've never finished that. But it presents an interesting mystery and it has a good atmosphere. And you know, interesting. Just it has a creepy feel to it, and it's a pretty good horror visual novel. So I would recommend that. I would say that would be on the good tier.
You know a lot more about this than I do.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming the ones you've played are like a lot of the Danganronpa games and 999. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so I'll go over the summary of mine. Masterpiece tier is Fate. Excellent would be Song of Saya, and very good is Danganronpa. Good tier, I would say Higurashi, Umaneku, and House and Fata Morgana. All the rest I haven't played. So,
the only one that I hadn't played Danganronpa 3 or all the other ones that you've mentioned.
Yeah, I haven't played Danganronpa 3 yet either.
No,
if it had Ultra Despair Girls on here, I would put that on there. But I know that's not technically it's not a visual novel. So
yeah, I was gonna say that's more of a third person.
I'm wondering what I'm wondering what the community rank for these are. Okay, visual novel tier. Okay, so obviously they put When They Cry tier is Higurashi and Umaneku. Oh, masterpiece tier is House and Fata Morgana and Danganronpa 3. Excellent tier is Danganronpa 2. I could see that. Fate, I would agree for the most part. Virtue's Last Reward. Very good tier. I don't know what that is. And 999. Good tier, Danganronpa, Ace Attorney, Song of Saya. I would kind of disagree. I would put Song of Saya higher.
I would too. Or not that, but I would have put
Bad tier. Bad tier is Doki Doki Literature Club. That's pretty cool.
I think the reason why is because it got made
mainstream.
Your attention from all these people.
And then very bad is
mainstream.
And very bad is Narcissu or whatever it's called. I haven't played it. I've seen it on Steam, but I haven't played it, so I don't know anything about it.
I don't know much about most visual novels. Like the only visual novels that I would put on here would be like I Love You, Colonel Sanders. That most of the Ace Attorney games, the third game for the Zero Escape series, and Aviary Attorney. That's it.
I still need to play Aviary Attorney.
It's great. It reminds me so much of Phoenix Wright, but set in the Victorian era. You know what? I do have one pun. Let me see if they have this on here. I think it would be a little easier for this list.
So I guess TBD. I'd say TBD is Journey. I know some of these are ports of PS3 games. Heavy Rain. Average. I would say it's average.
I kind of want to say I don't know either. I'm kind of mixed between good and average.
Any of the Knack games, Little Big Planet.
Knack is S tier.
Yeah, S tier.
Now you know what? I'll say this: Knack 1 was average, but Knack 2 was
Persona
good.
5, I would say great.
I'm gonna put that as S.
Last of Us, the original was. I'm gonna say great. I really enjoyed the original Last of Us. It just sucks that the sequel was such a disappointment.
I'm gonna say.
Have you played The Last of Us or seen cutscenes from it?
And I actually liked it a little more than 2.
It's a better game. Okay, The Order. I'd say the Order is not bad. I would say it's an average game. Yeah,
average.
Horizon.
Neo 2.
I would say good. Horizon was good.
Average.
Spider-Man, great. Days Gone. Oh
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Days Gone. Neo, I would say Neo was also good. Neo 2, TVD. Infamous Second Son, average.
Is that
I put that on TVD. Uncharted 4 I thought was good. Could have been better. Killzone Shadowfall, bad. Bloodborne, S tier. Shadow of the Colossus remake. I'm trying to debate between great or S tier.
I'm putting it as S because Blue Point did amazing with
TBD. I'll put Death Stranding. God of War was good. Ratchet and Clank, good. Until Dawn, good.
Until Dawn, I thought it was average.
Garbage in Last of Us Part 2. Average, good. I would say Last Guardian was good. Could have been better, but I'm trying to maybe average because it does have a lot of technical issues.
It was bad for me, dude. Days Gone,
Ghost of Tsushima. That's not a launch game. Neither is Final Fantasy 7. I'd say that's good.
Unless they were trying to do something else. I don't know. Final Fantasy 7 remake was good.
So it's
no big plan. I'm just.
I'd say my S tier is Bloodborne, Ghost of Tsushima, Shadow of the Colossus remake. Good. Persona 5, or not good, great. Persona 5, Last of Us, Spider-Man, the game. Good. Horizon, Neo, Uncharted 4, God of War, Final Fantasy 7 remake, Ratchet and Clank, Until Dawn. Average, Heavy Rain, The Order, Infamous Second Son, Last Guardian. Bad. Killzone Shadowfall. The gameplay was good, but the story was awful. Last of Us Part 2 is total garbage. There was not really much redeeming about it. TBD, Journey, Detroit, Become Human, Gran Turismo, Knack, the Knack games, Little Big Planet, Yakuza 6, Street Fighter 5, Uncharted Lost Legacy, Neo 2, Days Gone, and Death Stranding.
It's a lot better than mine. I put for S, Persona 5, Ghost of Sushi, Spider-Man, Bloodborne, Shadow of the Colossus remake. Great was Yakuza 6, Uncharted 4, and Journey.
Yeah.
Good was Knack 2, Last of Us, Neo, God of War, Ratchet and Clank, and Final Fantasy 7 remake. Average, Days Gone, Little Big Planet 3, Detroit Become Human, Until Dawn, The Order, Horizon, Knack 1, and Heavy Rain. Oh, bad was Infamous Second Son, Killzone Shadowfall, and Last Guardian. Well,
you thought Infamous Second Son was bad?
Yeah, because I've been hyped up to believe that it was just as good as the other Infamous games, but when I played it, I was like, this isn't that great.
It's not, but it's not bad either. I felt like it was average.
Okay, so you know what? I'm going to switch one around. I'll switch
don't
that
let my opinion sway you.
You know what? Little Big Planet 3 was actually bad. I'll switch it around because Little Big Planet 3, I was going to say it was average, but thinking on it more, the load times are abysmal. It's not as good as the original ones, and Sumo Digital didn't do a really good job trying to capture the spirit of it, so... Yeah, Media Molecule should have fucking stayed and worked on it.
Yeah, that's pretty much my tier list for the PS4 launch titles, quote unquote. I'm curious as to the community. Hold on, view community rank. PS4.
Yeah, I wanted to...
This guy says S is the God of War remake in Bloodborne, or not the God of War. The God of War. What? I don't know why I said remake. God of War 4.
God of War 4 and Bloodborne. Okay, I can understand Bloodborne, but I could probably understand
Spider-Man,
God of War, but
Shadowfall was not great. Fuck that shit. No.
Oh, okay. Fuck this asshat. Look what he put for garbage.
Persona 5. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. You put fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake as a great, even though it's just as Japanesey as Persona 5, but you put that one down there. I got bullied in high school, and I hate high school settings. I don't know.
I don't know why Persona 5 is on garbage tier, but yeah.
Well, Last of Us Part 2 was bad.
I mean, at least that's
all bad. I mean, I'll give him that. Last of Us Part 2 is bad, but it's garbage. Yeah. Oh, and he put TBD was Yakuza 6. Yeah, because Yakuza 6 is a good game, but you hadn't experienced it.
Yep, that's the PS4 exclusives launch rankings.
Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm going to see if this one's actually quite easy. Or you just make one that says didn't own. Well, I might just do that right now. Don't own.
Don't own. That would be like the original Nintendo, the original Xbox,
that was
Xbox One.
I never owned it, but I played it. I think.
Okay. The original Game Boy. Well, I don't want to say Game Boy Color because I had a Game Boy Color. I'll say Game Boy Color was a B.
Yeah.
Have the N64. I would say
for me it was
A. Let's say that was maybe an A. PC. I think a PC is just an S tier. There's no debating it. Switch.
Don't own a PC.
Wii U was a D.
D.
PSP was a
B. Yeah.
PS3 was I'd say PS3 was a B.
I'm gonna put it as a C.
I'd say 360 was probably a C. At least personally for me, it was a C.
And I'll put that as a
3DS is probably. I would say that's probably A, just because of the game selection. Or is that 3D? Actually, we could put 3DS XL on the same thing because they're the same. They're just the same console. Same thing with Game. What?
Oh no. No.
So you think I should not put the 3DS on or the DS in the same the same row as the 3DS? I mean, it's pretty much the same.
Well, it does play DS games too.
3DS has bigger screen.
Yeah. That's true. I'm gonna put it as an
GameCube
A
is a B in my opinion.
Actually, no. I'm gonna put the DS as a B because 3DS
I guess
was
I'll
better.
Agree with that because technically 3DS is a better system. So
PS4.
I don't.
PS4 is an S.
I don't own a Wii, but I have a Wii U which plays Wii games. So, I mean, but I guess in terms of, I think Wii's probably. I mean, I'll just put a don't know because I don't have that. The SNES is probably going to be. I'd say the SNES is probably an A, just because it also had a lot of good games on it.
I put it as an S1 because it had
I'd say PS1 for me as an S, just because I grew up with the PS1. So PS2 is PS2 is an S just because of how many games it had on it.
I kind of want to say don't
PS4
own, but I own one later, but I'll put that as an A.
C, I would say. Because
why is it a C for you?
It wasn't as good as the PS3 in my opinion in terms of the game selection. All the exclusives eventually moved over to the PSC. It didn't really do a lot. It did have new games, but in terms of really interesting new IPs, not really a lot there in my opinion. Like, it did have some decent games, but I just feel like the PS3 was better in that regard.
Yeah, I just only
You go for what?
S because
Really? Holy shit!
PS4
Wow,
is an
why?
S rank because. Okay, let me rephrase that. A. I'll put it as an A because it is a good console. It has a lot of good exclusives, but the reason why I changed my mind from S to an A was because most of their exclusives are going to PC, and later on in quality, some of their game quality went down.
PS Vita.
That's
maybe a B.
I think that's an A or B.
Game Boy. I don't own the original Game Boy, so I'll put that there.
Yeah, I'll put it.
No, I have the Game Boy. They have the Game Boy Color and then the original Game Boy. It's on mine.
I don't see it on mine. Oh, wait,
I don't think that's the Game Boy Advance, is it? Yeah, is that the Advance?
It's purple.
Okay, well, it looks like the original. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's the Advance.
I don't know what it was. I thought it was the. Okay, never mind. Advance.
What's the Nokia?
A.
That's S for me. That's an S for me because there was a lot of great games.
Okay, so breakdown of mine. S is PC, PS1, PS2. A is the N64, the 3DS, the SNES, the Advance. B is the Game Boy Color, the PSP, the PS3, the I think that's the DS. The GameCube, the PS Vita. C is Xbox 360 and the PS4. D would be the Wii U because that was a pointless console. Don't own is the original NES, the original Xbox, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the Wii U. Or not not the Wii U, the Wii.
Shit, I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, here's what I put. I put the Game Boy Advance and the SNES as an S. N64, 3DS, 360, PS2, Switch, PS4, and PC as A. Game Boy Color, PSP, DS, Wii, NES, Vita, and GameCube as a B. Actually, I'm going to put GameCube as an A. And I'll switch the 3DS for a B instead. And then a C was Xbox One and PS3, and the D is the Wii U. And then PS1 and the Xbox, I didn't own. My brother owned an Xbox, but I didn't.
That's my console tier rank.
Let's check community rank. Let's see if they have it on here. Oh my god. Community. PS2 and Switch are S rank. The Wii U, the Vita, and the original Xbox was trash.
The Vita, I disagree with. The original Xbox, I definitely also disagree with. The Wii U, it wasn't complete trash. I'd say it's D.
Yeah. They can.
Oh, this N64 is a D?
The N. Fuck off with this. Who did this? Or probably the ones that never got a fucking N64 for Christmas. They put the PC, GameCube, SNES, DS, 3DS, and Game Boy as an A. PSP, 360, and the Wii as a C. PS4, PS3, Game Boy Advance, NES, Xbox One, and fucking PlayStation as a B. I disagree with all of it, except for the all of it except for what was it? Maybe PlayStation.
I mean, I think I put the PS3 as a B. So hold on, where did I put the PS3 at?
I was actually quite conflicted on putting the Xbox One as trash, but then I remembered, hey, it has Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's the only thing going for it.
I definitely don't think PSP is a C. That's PSP is a little bit better than that.
Yeah, PSP deserved a lot more.
Oh well. Well, that's the. I think I'll probably do it for the tier list.
Do you want to answer some questions?
Reddit questions?
Why not?
Sure.
Someone wants me to answer some fucking questions. Jesus Christ. Okay, I found one right here. No, not that one. That's too philosophical. Fuck no. That's like really philosophical. It's like, how'd you turn your life around?
Well, that's implying my life was needed to be turned around.
For me, it's quite simple. I don't stay on the internet 24/7. I don't give a shit what people think.
Well, I guess in terms of life advice, it'd be like, it's like Tyler, the creator, says, just turn off the screen and walk away.
You want to know how I turned my life around? It was this song.
I really miss my.
Nope.
There you go.
Can't say that in a Christian.
No, this
show.
is a Christian establishment. What's the dumbest thing you actually believed? Well, I know one.
I would say like a lot of the stuff you believe when you're a kid, like that Santa Claus is real and the Easter Bunny is real.
Or things that you actually believed recently. I actually believed that the PS5 was going to be good, but saw most of the games were going to PS4 and PC. I said, fuck the PS5, I'm going to wait.
I had low expectations, so I can't even say that.
Exactly.
That's a tough one. Something I believed. I don't know. I don't know.
Jesus. Well, you already gave yours, which was...
Yeah.
This Easter Bunny was real?
Yeah. Yeah, or just any of the stuff you believe is.
Oh, no. I know one that you actually believed. Shenmue 3.
Oh. Yeah.
We'll say that. Shenmue 3 for you was going to be a good game, and it wasn't.
Yeah, you want to believe it's going to be a good game.
It really wasn't.
Nope.
It was. What unexpected thing became popular out of nowhere? Among Us.
Yeah. Fall Guys, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know that would become
Both
popular.
Fall Guys and Among Us became super popular really quick, and although Among Us has like a cool premise, kind of like The Thing, Fall Guys just was a stupid premise.
Yeah. What about the stuff that the things that end up becoming memes that you wouldn't think would have become a meme?
Like fucking Steve from Minecraft joining Smash.
Yeah. Yeah, something like
I don't know. I was like, what else came popular out of nowhere? Oh, I know a popular thing that became popular out of nowhere. Fucking Mario Lego sets.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was popular.
Yeah, because everywhere you go, you want to find the starter course. You can't find it.
I guess in terms of anime, for some reason people really, really like Sword Art Online, and I don't understand the appeal. Because I've seen the first season, and it's not that good, and they still continue to produce more seasons and more episodes of Sword Art.
And more games.
And, yeah, games. It's huge fucking franchise, and I don't really get it. Maybe I'm just, because I've only seen like the first season. Maybe it got better, but I kind of doubt it, considering the main character is a Gary Stu.
Gary Stu.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
It's a new term if I ever heard it.
It's not a new term. It's Gary Stu is just the male equivalent of Mary Stu.
Well, I've never heard it before.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
Yeah, that's what Kirito is. He's a Gary Stu.
Pretty much. Oh. Now I'm trying to find at least a few more other questions that I could find.
Oh, well, speaking of things I'm disappointed in, and it's relevant to what we were just doing, Metal Gear Solid 3 is the remake, technically, or remade cutscenes for it are on a pachinko machine. They remade the cutscenes in the Fox engine, and instead of getting just a remake of the game, we just got the game, or we just got the cutscenes in a pachinko machine. So that shit pissed me off when I saw it. Because I'm just like, so you guys used all your money and resources to do this, and you just used it for a pachinko. Great job.
Yeah, fuck you, Konami.
Doesn't that just piss you off when you see that shit? Because I didn't even know about that. And, like, apparently it was all the way back in, like, 2016, and I just heard about it, like, not too long ago.
Yeah, it's like, I saw that, and that's, like, the one thing where people were like, oh, this is gonna be good, and nope.
Yeah. It's more pachinko.
Here's one. What movie could have been over in 10 minutes if the main character wasn't such a fool? Lord of the Rings.
I don't... Yeah, I mean, there's that whole theory of they could have just flown to Mount Doom.
That's... A lot of people made, like, animations, like, how it should have ended. It's like, hey, yo... Let's fly these eagles.
Yeah.
And that's how it ended.
I'm not really sure about this one.
Movies that could have ended in...
If the main character wasn't...
You know what?
full.
The fucking Hangover movies.
I guess you could say any slasher movie.
Yes.
Because all the characters are stupid.
Yeah, that's actually quite appropriate since it's Halloween. It's like, yeah. Or what movie could have ended in 10 minutes? Get Out.
If he had just gotten out.
Yeah, if you could have just gotten out or didn't date a crazy white woman.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, yo, dog, put your dick back in your pants and get the fuck out. Okay. I'm trying to think of other things. Maybe we can do like either games or shows or whatever.
That's what I'm trying to think of anything.
Oh. What could have been over in 10 minutes? Breaking Bad. If it was in Canada.
Oh. Yeah, I saw that.
You have cancer, Mr. White. Don't worry, we can provide you the best health care. Best treatment here because you have free health care.
But at the same time, I think that's not necessarily true of Canada's medical system. I mean, they say, oh, it's so much better, but I mean, I'm just like, is it though?
Or another favorite one was like, Jesse, me and you should team up. No. Okay, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over now.
I'm having a hard time trying to think of something like that because
I can't think of anything else either.
If the main character wasn't a full, well, it depends because like the main character isn't always a full. Like there's some where that they were, but would that make the movie be over quicker? I don't know.
Oh, I know a game that could have ended already if the main character wasn't a fool, or if the main character's writing was a little bit better. The first Danganronpa. It's like, I was handpicked to go to this school. Don't go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. In terms of games, some of the Far Cry games.
They already did that.
Because
they already did that with Far Cry 4.
Yeah, because in Far Cry 4 you can just wait, and the villain.
He's like, hey, Been a while. Let's go to your mother's grave. Now let's go shoot some guns.
It's funny and also kind of frustrating too when you think about it, because like I think in both Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 5, you can basically like end the game in the beginning, and it pretty much makes the playing the rest of the game pointless. Yep. Because and it's an arguably better outcome too than if you had played through the game, because in Far Cry 4, basically what you're doing is you're switching out one dictator for another one, which that dictator is arguably worse. Yeah. In Far Cry 5, if you decide not to arrest the guy, I think, the whole place doesn't get nuked. So there's that. I mean, when you think about it, it's just like, okay, well, why should I even bother? Like, what's the point?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You've done. Do you even have Far Cry 5? Okay. Yeah. In the game's opening sequence, you're a deputy U.S. Marshal flying into Montana to serve a arrest warrant for a cult leader named Joseph Seed. You and the other marshals tromp through the scary-looking compound to come across your quarry preaching shirtless in a fucking small church. You're instructed to arrest him, but he tells you that God will not let you take him. You probably do anyways. Things go sideways, but if you heed the preacher's warning and elect not to arrest him, your squad argues for a moment before deciding that this was all probably a bad idea, and again ends more peacefully.
Yeah. Well, in terms of movies, The Matrix, but not because he's a fool. Like the movie could have just, like, Neo could have just gone back to his everyday life and not, just taking the blue pill instead of the red pill.
No, why did you take the blue pill? Viagra. He would have gotten laid with the girl with the rabbit tattoo or some shit. I don't know. Or the woman that.
Well, that was, well, he would have gotten laid either way.
Then he wakes up and he's like, shit, I get to get laid all over again.
Trying to think of other ones.
Oh shit! Now I'm trying to think of other ones.
Blade Runner, Deckard realizes he's a replicant, and the movie doesn't happen.
True. Or another game that they could do is what is it? Fucking Silent Hill. It's like you don't have to go looking for him. You don't have to go look for your daughter. Just get back in your car and go home. It's like, hey, she's dead. Bye.
Actually, there is an ending where you just die in the car crash and none of the events in the game happen.
Jeez.
Which is like one of the shittier endings.
Pretty much. Man.
Empire Strikes Back. Luke decides to join Vader. Actually, no, that just would be
even more fucking foolish.
That would be fun.
Or fucking at the beginning of the fight, Vader just goes, "Yo, son, I'm actually your dad."
Really? That changes everything. Okay.
That's not true. That's impossible. And as a child, I built C-3PO.
Oh yeah, the robot chicken.
Look, you're not going to take this seriously. I'm out.
That's improbable.
Or fucking Child's Play. If the fucking mother didn't buy the fucking Chucky doll, or the Buddy.
Planet of the Apes. If they didn't start experimenting on fucking apes and making them into these intelligent creatures.
Cats.
You just don't.
Exactly. I would have saved. Well, actually, I didn't pay for my ticket when that movie came out. Someone else did. They were like, "Hey, you want to go see Rise of Skywalker?" Okay. Wait, what's this? Cats.
Star Wars sequel trilogy would be one too.
Cat.
Finn decides to stick with being a stormtrooper and never goes away.
Yes, I was about to say that. Like, he just goes on with his merry life.
It's crazy too to think like the reason why he even stopped was because he saw like his a dead comrade or something, which you have to think he probably seen before, and he sees it and he's just like, oh my god, what is going on?
Yeah.
This isn't what I signed up for. I thought this was going to be a game of chess or something. I don't fucking know. I didn't think people would die.
Oh, Jesus, Cat. I'm looking up the fucking Cats movie, and guess what happened? Apparently, you know the fucking Golden Raspberry Awards, right?
No.
You don't know what the Golden Raspberries Awards are?
I've never
The Golden Raspberry Awards is essentially the award they give to, like, the worst movies ever. Which they gave it to Cats.
I can see why.
Yep, and apparently they brought in a fucking ballet dancer and called her the worst actress. It was like, hey, in her defense, she didn't really... It wasn't her fault. Let's see. It won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I think it's like 6 awards? Let's find out. I'm going to look this up. Oh, it was nominated for 9, but it won 6. Dear Lord.
Well, I got another good one in terms of the main character if he wasn't a fool. Clockwork Orange.
Oh, if fucking Alex was a fucking psychopath?
If he wasn't a criminal, he was a psychopath, yeah. Be like, yeah, he could have been. None of that would have happened. But then I guess you could argue it would have happened to somebody else. So, yeah, I mean, there's always that.
Yeah.
Any of the haunted house movies, if the characters never moved into a haunted house, or if the characters did research on the house and like, oh, hey, people died in this house.
Just go on Google. Just see this house is haunted. Okay, we don't want this.
Well, to be fair, some of the movies took place in like the 70s or whatever, so it's like, yeah, Google's not a thing. I guess go to your local library, like look into the archives.
Go to the archives. Fuck. Yeah, I actually don't know the other things that could have been bad movies.
Well, there's plenty of bad movies.
Or how the game would have ended. Last of Us Part 2. Joel would have survived and Abby would have died. If Joel didn't trust people.
If Joel wasn't written inconsistently and written as a dumbass in The Last of Us Part 2 as opposed to the first game.
Exactly. That's how...
The first game, Joel tells Ellie not to trust anybody and to always be wary of strangers. Second game, he gives complete strangers his name. His brother offers to help them.
And they both die.
And the reward for it is he gets shot in the fucking legs and golf clubbed to death, and his brother gets beaten and get the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
And his brother lives, and then his brother ends up getting like a divorce or something. Like, they both just end up getting fucking terrible things happening.
They all end up pretty shitty, but he's not dead though.
At least Ellie didn't get revenge, because revenge would be worse.
Yeah.
You shouldn't act on revenge.
The cycle of revenge.
It's sad that... Okay. Is it sad that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood did the whole revenge story better?
Vinland Saga did it a billion times
Exactly.
better.
No.
I made a video about it.
I know you did. No, I was talking about like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, how Scar wants to go fucking killing people, but he realized, hey, revenge is fucking pointless. It actually... They did that right.
What about with Mustang and him wanting to
Kill Envy.
kill Envy?
Oh yeah, that as bad as it was. No, honestly, I was disappointed with that.
Because he didn't kill
I
Envy.
wanted him to so bad, but then fucking good old Vic Mignogna comes out of nowhere and goes, "Listen to me, you can't do this. It's not the Christian way." And then fucking Scar's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm a heathen, and I believe you should listen to your Christian friend here." God, that could be like a good drunk summary of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Oh god, I think like we should just do that one day.
I would need to rewatch Brotherhood too because it's
No,
been years.
no. Don't fucking do that shit. Don't fucking watch it like a pussy. You just go get a bunch of alcohol.
You just pretend to know what you're talking
Yes. Just drink some fucking alcohol and be like, "Yo, this is a summary of an entire anime series." Honestly, if I would ever do one, I want to do one of Dangan fucking Rampa.
about.
It would be so good.
No, even better, do one for Evangelion. Just do one for like a mindfuck anime.
I can just imagine, like, in the middle of it, it's like, and so Shinji starts jerking off. I don't know why. Creepy.
And then all of a sudden, there's a giant naked woman for some reason.
I think it's a Sigmund Freud type of thing. I don't.
Something about him being inside his mother. Because technically
I think
he
it's
is.
about incest. And then, as soon as he does the incest with his mom, everyone gathers around and goes, "Congratulations!"
Incest, one says. Series is such a clusterfuck.
Agreed.
Read the manga.
Just that whole show was a clusterfuck.
Anyways, I think you should probably move on from the fucking Reddit questions. And
We've
do our-
been done with the Reddit questions, man.
Yeah. Okay, so our recurring segment,
Actually,
what we like so
yeah,
far.
So far.
Do you want to go
Might
first?
as well. Since I talked about a game that became popular out of nowhere was Among Us. It's a good game. As memey as it is, it's a really good game. If you like games where it's like, what? I don't know the best way to describe Among Us.
You said it was like the thing?
Yeah, like the thing, like someone is an imposter. Someone's the imposter killing off everybody, and you're trying to figure out who it is. Okay, if you like games like that, where you're trying to figure out who's killing people, it's a good mystery horror game in a way. And also, since there's shows, I started watching Gravity Falls.
I've heard that one was.
Yeah,
good.
it's funny. I've never seen it because I've never watched Disney, but I heard it was really good. My girlfriend, like, one day put it on, and I was like, "What is this?" And it's Gravity Falls. I was like, "Oh, this is a good show." And here we are now. It's a good show, even though I missed it many years ago.
Yep. Well, as for what I like so far, I've been binge watching horror movies because it is, of course, the month of October. So I started watching this. Well, I saw the first movie. It's this movie called Phantasm. It's really hard to describe because it's just such a weird movie. The first movie is basically about this man called the Tall Man. He is like up to some weird stuff at the local cemetery. He is like digging up these bodies and using them for his own purposes. And there are these things in the movies that very closely resemble fucking Jawas from Star Wars. And strangely enough, it came out around the same time as the first Star Wars. It was like 79. So there are these creatures that kind of resemble Jawas in the movie. And the first movie is more like a horror movie, not so much kind of like not really a lot of action, more like horror and just some weird stuff. The first one's pretty good. So I was like, okay, I'll check out the second movie. But unfortunately on Prime you need to rent the second movie because all the other movies you can watch with your subscription, but the second movie for some reason you gotta rent it. So it was only like $4, so I rented it. It was really good. Like it was, it reminded me of like Evil Dead 2, because you know like how the first Evil Dead is more, like it does have some ridiculous stuff in there, but it's more serious. And the second one is more like a comedy horror sort of thing, and it has more action. It's kind of like that. Phantasm 2 is like more action oriented, and it has a lot more like comedic elements. But it was pretty good. I liked it. And then I saw Phantasm 3, which came out in... It's weird, because, okay, so Phantasm 1 was 79, and then Phantasm 2 was 88, like 1988. And then 3 was like 1994. So 3 was also kind of a horror comedy, but it also kind of started to get, like, a little bit more ridiculous for my taste. There's a fucking kid in the movie, and he's, like, pinpoint accurate with a gun. And there's one segment where it feels like a R-rated Home Alone, because he has all these traps in his house, and like really brutal traps, which is why I say it's like R-rated Home Alone. But the kid's really fucking annoying, and he never goes away. He's there the whole fucking movie, and he's like the worst part of the movie.
I love how you're like, oh, he's just like Kevin McAllister, but more annoying.
He is. He can somehow, he knows how to, like, he's pinpoint, like I said, he's pinpoint accurate with a fucking gun, and he's just always like following the main character around, and he won't go away. Yeah. 3 has a good parts. Like, it expands a little bit on the lore of the Tall Man, because the first movie, like, if you don't want to have too much explained to you, it's a great movie. Like, if you want a lot of weird stuff, but like not a lot of explanation, it's a good movie. Second movie tries to expand on some of the stuff introduced in the first one, but also leaves you with still more questions. Third one expands the most, and not always in a good way, in my opinion. Like, some stuff I would prefer if they were just left unexplained. Because, so the thing with the Tall Man is he keeps going around to these different small towns and digging up all these dead people and using him for, like, using them to like amass this army of these things they call lurkers in the third movie. And every time he goes to these different small towns, he ends up just destroying the entire town. So like nothing is left. So every time you go to the town, it's like completely desolate and everybody's gone. But like I was thinking about that, I'm like, how does he keep going around from town to town, just destroying all these towns, like digging up everybody in the cemetery, and like nobody notices this? Like what? Like, you'd think that somebody would eventually notice, right? Like, he's just going around America, all these different small towns in America, and just, like, fucking everything over. You know, like, and then he leaves and moves on to the next one. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But, and then there's a fourth and a fifth movie, and I'm not sure if I can make it, like, if I'm going to be able to watch the fourth one, because apparently the fourth one is, like, that's where it starts to get bad. And then the fourth one came out in, like, the late 90s, and then the fifth one came out in 2016.
Yeah, I was looking that up.
So,
like 2016 is like, damn, that's
a huge time gaps in between some of these fucking movies. But yeah, apparently that was the worst one. So I don't know if I even want to sit through that. So basically, just a Phantasm. Really strong start, but of course, as with every franchise, it progressively gets worse as it goes on. So just be prepared if you're going to watch the series. But it's also a series that has like kind of a continuing narrative. So it's not like you can like watch one and not watch the previous one, which kind of sucks too. So it's like you kind of have to watch all of them, sort of.
Yeah, it's one of those movies. It seems like a series that you have to watch them all.
Yeah, it kind of do. And apparently, fun fact, the movie supposedly inspired the Supernatural series because of the muscle car and the I don't know. I guess they said the car was Supernatural was inspired by the car, and I guess some of the concepts in Phantasm.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Although I haven't seen Supernatural.
I know another thing that I really enjoyed recently, and it's something I actually didn't know came out recently either. I think I told you about it, but people that don't know, it's like Adam from Your Movie Sucks released an album. Yeah, he released a full album. It was called 10 Years because the last time he ever released music was 10 years ago, so it's an appropriate title.
Yeah, like I knew Adam did music, but I never really listened to a lot of his songs.
It's his band or his music project called An Unkindness, which is actually really good. Like, he has a unique style to it, and you can tell that it's just him doing it. But a lot of the songs on there were good. I think my personal favorite from 10 Years was The Scab and Wish Sticks. It's actually, they're fun. They're fun things to listen to. I highly recommend the album.
I might check that out. I've heard some of his music. He's like, his voice is okay.
It's okay, but I think now it's improved a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't like it, you're a furry. Oh shit, I can't say that anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so end question.
We don't have one.
Oh.
We don't have one today.
Never mind. I didn't.
The only thing I would recommend is, you know what? Fuck it. Here's a question. Fuck. What do you think of tier lists?
I think we talked about that, didn't we?
In more detail after we made them. How do you feel about them?
I think they need to make the images bigger or make it more obvious what the hell they are before. Like, as I could barely make out what some of them are.
Honestly, I think it should be worked on more. Make the images bigger. Make sure that you can actually put shit on there.
Yeah. I would say, like, I mean, they're good. Like I said before, I would just kind of expand. Like, yeah, I think they're good for people who want a quick and easy way to share their opinion on different franchises. But yeah, at the same time, it's like does need some work. But it's functional for what it is.
I mean, it could be worse, a lot worse.
Yeah. But yep. That all being said, I think that's going to be it for this podcast. And for now, I will give my plugs. I'll show them on the screen now. And now I will show Levy's plugs. And of course, this has been the Kaotikast. This is episode 14. I guess we'll just call this the Tierkast or something like that.
The one where we made tier lists.
Yeah. It was different. It was a good change of pace, I guess.
We're just shooting the shit to tier edition.
Yeah, I could do that. But yeah, until next time, we will see you all later.
Please clap.